Afrobeat Live, Afrobeat Live, Afrobeat Live.
Alright, what's up everybody? What's going on everybody out there? I go by the name MC Wallywa. Right now you watching us live on ABL Hot Seat. This is another segment and I'm back once again with the family. Today we have a special for you. Just like we normally do it, we'll bring a special guest all the way from wherever, but today she's an international. We're not going to introduce her yet. Let me first say what's up to my co-partner in the house. She go by the name Chief Planner, and you know her already. What's up, baby? What's happening?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm all right.
How was your day?
My day was all right. The weather wasn't too bad.
I know. Did you get to go out today?
Oh, yeah. I did one or two things. You know, mine was choked,
I
so
know,
I had to go and hustle.
I know.
How about you? What did you do today?
Work now. Same old thing. Killer fishing.
Well, don't worry. As long as the egg go there.
I know. That's it.
Now, the man with the Disturb DMV, people know him all over the world,
Yes.
booking from left to right. You know, I must give my chairman a special honorable
Shout out.
entrance.
Yes,
Ladies
sir.
and gentlemen, please give it up for DJ Femstar.
Femstar.
What's
What's
up,
up? What's
Baba?
up?
Hello, Shelly.
How you doing?
You ready to work? Let's go. Now, everybody watching us live right now on IG, everybody watching us on Facebook Live, we do this for you. You sent us a special recognition that you want to see one of your favorites. This lady, she's all you want to know about events. Not only does she do it here in the DMV, but she's international. She has been to Nigeria, to Dubai, to Paris. She has been to Ghana, Liberia, name it, it's all over the world. People call her back to back for them to come and host. Chief Planner and I and the rest of the fam, we said we must bring her in the studio today because we want to bring her up close and personal and talk to you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, she's none other than the CEO and the lead event planner of FTK Konnect. Give her a round of applause, please.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome.
I'm blushing. Thank you.
Madam FTK,
Yes, sir.
what made you decide to even go in the field of event planning?
Just from, again, planning little things here and there for family, friends, and few people, including my husband, were like, you do this so it's inborn, it's like innate. You should
do it with a passion.
Totally, I do it with a passion, and I even get more excited for the celebrant or whoever is doing the events, you know. And I remember one particular event that we had planned. It was a 4-day event in Miami, Florida, and my husband, who is socially not social is what I should say, was like, you have to create a Facebook page. You didn't even know back then. I think it was a group, and I created it, and within a few hours, a whole bunch of people liked it. I was like, oh, this is encouraging.
Like you could get used to this.
I could get used to it, and I remembered planning that particular event and wanting to actually go on with my friend. It was my friend back then. I mean, she's still my friend, but she was planning the event, and I got more excited and how we planned out every day, the itinerary, and it just became a part and parcel of me. Apparently, it had always been. My mom told me it's always been, but that was when the passion was really born.
Okay, so that was your very first event.
I would say my first official event, but I'd done a few events prior to that.
So what were you doing before that? What did you go to school for?
Business technology administration.
Okay.
So for some reason, God had orchestrated everything to work for me for good, because he knew that I was going to be doing this. So having that business background and just having that whole school, because I went to too many schools. Okay. That whole school experience from Atlanta, Miami, Catonsville, finally finishing at University of Maryland, Baltimore County, UMBC.
Shout out.
Shout out. I went to school for that, and I, of course, was working as a financial analyst for many years. Prior to that, I worked in a bank, you know, as many people would have done.
So you just decided to quit your job one day, or how did that come to?
It had been, like thugging in my mind, and I was, I'd been doing my events while I was also working. It's not the easiest decision.
Were you scared?
Scared, nervous, not sleeping, but very excited and confident that this was a good decision. It was very sometimes when I think about it, it's still a little bit nerve-wracking because you get used to your paycheck. I mean, hello,
Yeah,
every 2 weeks.
As long as you
Hello.
enter direct deposit.
Exactly.
Yeah, or Wally.
Direct deposit, exactly. So it is a pretty scary. It's a pretty scary decision.
But looking back now, do you feel like you made the best decision for you, or do you miss the paycheck and just the, assurance that, in 2 weeks I'm gonna get a check?
That sure banker. Okay. So it's a mix. Sometimes it's mixed feelings. Many days I'm like, yes, Lord, I made the right decision. Sometimes when you're like, okay, I'm not really doing anything right now. I'd like to get my check. And there's really never any time that I'm not doing anything, but I feel like I should always be bombarded. That's part of my, I think, creativity module or whatever you want to call it. But when I'm not as busy as I am normally, I do miss my paycheck. And I'm like, I want that money in my account. But, for most days, I'm thankful to God that I did this. It's afforded me the opportunity to be able to travel and do different things at different times.
What do you do on your downtime? Like when you're really?
I'm a slipperaholic.
She's a slipperaholic.
If there's a word like that, I am. I can sleep for Africa and United States.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So apart from sleeping, that's the only thing you do?
It's my most fun hobby.
Okay.
To do.
You play any sports?
Does she look like she plays sports?
She do play now.
She doesn't even watch it.
No, I don't even watch sports. I only support Chelsea because, by marriage.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, just 1 second. To everybody watching us on live right now, you locked in on the Hot Seat segment with us. Today's special is the CEO of FTK Konnect.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to join in this conversation, you'd like to call in, you have any questions about events, please write this number down. You can reach us right now on 202-681-0389. Once again, if you want to call in and join in with this conversation, 202-681-0389. Let me ask you this question, Madam FTK.
Yes, sir.
How long have you been doing event planning altogether, but when you actually said, okay, let me register it as a business and let me start doing this thing the proper way?
Register as a business only 5 years ago. As a business, 10 years. Prior to that, I'd been doing things here and there. Okay. So I don't even know how to calculate it. Like my mom says, she's like, you've been planning all your life. You were planning for your little brothers. You were planning things for the house. So it's just in my in my DNA.
Who planned your own wedding?
Funny enough, I had a court wedding, so that wedding is still coming through.
So you're going to do it?
I'm going to do it.
Are you serious? In the DMV, or are we flying out?
I think we're flying out.
She did chop everybody else money.
I think we're flying out. My wedding was the most down low.
Would you plan your own wedding?
I would absolutely plan my own wedding.
How would you be a part of what's going on?
I won't coordinate it, but I would plan it because I just have issues.
You have to put
your
input into it.
I have OCD. I have to.
Now, FTK Konnect as a business, as a company, how many people make up FTK?
The team, I have a team of people that support me. It would be totally crazy to do this alone. I feel like I need more people, but right now we're a team of 6 people, and we're looking to grow.
Okay.
I'm myself and my husband are the permanent members of FTK Konnect, but I have people who support me here and there.
Okay.
I have one last one for you.
Yes, sir.
We learned that you just came back from Nigeria.
Hello.
How was your journey?
Oh my goodness. Don't ask me about Nigeria.
What was the purpose
What
of
did
going
you go
there?
to do in Nigeria?
I just did a couple of events.
Okay.
I did a 80th birthday party.
Okay.
My friend's 40, she probably doesn't want me to say this, 41st birthday. And so we had a couple of events that we did, but the most important one, or the real reason I went, was for the 80th birthday party.
So let me ask you this. What's the difference between planning an event in Maryland and Nigeria?
Major differences.
Really?
Like I cannot
Is it
even
the budget?
say.
I don't think it'll be the budget.
For Nigerians, funny enough, they don't have budgets. There's always never a budget, which is the major problem.
Okay.
You should have a budget, no matter how large or small it is. You should always have one. And just the fact that we have a village to support people, so they never really know who's doing what, and it becomes not as coordinated. Thank you for that word, as it would be here in the DMV. It's a lot easier, and everyone, including my husband, thinks I'm crazy that I dabble into events in Lagos, but I love challenges and I love to be challenged.
And you know, Nigeria, everybody and their great grandmother will come.
Everybody wants to
that
be
they're
there.
coming for your events, like they're doing you a favor. Then they want to open eye and say, "Oh, the food finished." I'm like, duh,
No
they
one
invited
invited
you in the first place. You know,
There's a lot of Mobomoya.
Oh my God, it's too much.
There's a lot of them.
And I'm hoping that people like you and I and other event planners can start to, I don't know, I think the word is maybe train or change the culture little by little.
I think it's getting there,
it's
though.
definitely
I
getting
think it's
better.
getting there because now they have
Access cards,
all
yes.
that stuff. So I think it's getting there, but I don't think they will totally arrive at that destination.
I think if we wipe all our great grandparents and grandparents off the Nigerian map, we can start to make that change, because it's ridiculous. Everyone complains about it.
Wow.
If you're not wearing ashrabi, pretty much you may not be served. It's really crazy. It's about the people that like me and the people that really want me, which somehow you can kind of understand. It's kind of like a double-edged sword. It's really crazy because they only serve the people with gele, ashrabi. Those are the most important people. Now, if there's enough food,
Are you serious?
maybe.
What's the worst wedding you've ever coordinated?
Oh my
not
gosh.
wedding, any event,
Any
not
event.
just wedding.
There's always a potential for disaster for any event.
any
It's
event.
always-
And trust me, there's always something.
Have the bride or the groom ever collapsed? Maybe somebody fell.
No.
Somebody started fighting between. Nothing.
No. I've had colleagues where the bridesmaids have collapsed. So, in my own experience
As in,
in
what-
church,
is it overheat or?
no, it's from not eating.
Oh my
and
God.
so I
Excitement.
always stress the fact that my bridesmaids, I send them a letter. You must eat
and drink.
and drink. Don't think you're Jesus. Today is not the day for you to fast. No, it's somebody's
That's true.
celebration.
Yep.
Fast weeks before, but you must eat.
But why would somebody want to do a wedding? and not
To
eat?
look skinny now,
Okay, they
the
want
stomach
to-
has to be
Yeah,
tucked in.
boy, isn't
right.
that why they wear that stuff? What's
But
the name?
still, you still want to use extra assurance.
You're just
now
like,
to make
you
sure
know,
that
let me make sure that everything
in
is
place.
right,
Yeah,
right,
you know,
right.
you can't
DJ
be
Femstar is
careful.
just jamming on his own. Right? It's not even minding us. Do you have a favorite song? I want Femstar to play something for
Oh
you.
my goodness.
Sure she does.
I have. What's my favorite song?
You love it?
He knows my favorite song.
okay,
He knows my favorite song. That's true. My all-time favorite song. Yes.
Okay, so I was listening. You were going to tell us about the worst.
I think the one that was probably not as great is when, and sometimes, that's why I always love to get along with the vendors that I work with. There was a particular one, and it was in Nigeria. It was in Nigeria, and one of the vendors was a favorite of the groom. So there was some type of tension and discord. So it kind of almost, that particular vendor, if I mention the name, everybody, I probably shouldn't.
Talk am now, make
I
we
should
hear.
use
No.
wisdom because this vendor is very popular.
A lady.
A guy, unfortunately. But
What does
he do?
oh no.
We want to
Cake?
know that.
Is
gonna
it
set
cake
me
or
up.
is it drinks?
No,
What does he do?
he's
You have
my
to tell-
friend. He's
Tell
my
us
friend
now. And
now.
we understand
We were
now.
able to get over, but what he did was creating some type of tension, which never really happens. I always get along with the groom, and the groom started to be like, oh, all of a sudden this vendor became like almost the coordinator or planner, and things can happen in Lagos. It was
sure.
the over 2,000 people wedding.
Are you serious?
Yes, so there was a lot of emotions, there was a lot of things going on, but after the wedding, in fact, before the end of the wedding, the groom was like, oh my God, I was feeling, so to me, on a personal note, that's the only
One that stands out for
one.
you.
Yeah, things always happen, and by God's grace.
But how do you manage your emotions? Like, how do you manage not to get so angry? Or I'm sure you probably have
I'm
moments where
human.
you want to slash
Lash
the
out.
mess
There's
out of them.
a
No,
lot
not
of
lash out,
stress
like
that
just
come with
slap the
event
mess out
planning,
of
right?
some people.
Yes.
So on the day of the event, I'm sure you're always stressed out.
Yeah.
How do you manage to keep yourself?
By God's grace, because of the passion and what we do, you realize that one of the reasons they're paying you is for you not to lash out, is for you
Absolutely.
not to go crazy, is for you to
be
actually
calm.
be able to balance and maintain your emotion as well as theirs, because they're running through different emotions. They've spent all this money, potential disasters, and you're there to actually alleviate those stress. So it actually is as I grow on every event, I'm learning more and more to be the calmest on wedding days. So I do all my stressing before I yell at my coordinators. We go back there. And
I have a question for you.
Yes.
I know you're playing for all cultures, different countries. Either you are African or American, Caribbean, island. Who would you say is, I know you're a Nigerian, and I know your Nigerian fans are watching you right now, but which, apart from Nigeria,
she's about to tear it up. Let her dance. Yeah? Oh yeah.
And don't worry, make sure they help. Apart from Nigeria, which other country do you enjoy working with?
Oh my goodness, I would have to say the Western world, Americans.
Americans?
It's just easier. I have a couple of Americans that I'm working on their events, and it's just easier to communicate. I really shouldn't say I have favorite and I shouldn't really stereotype, because sometimes I have some really great Nigerian clients who are very westernized, and even their parents are like, we don't want stress, we just want 150 people wedding, 200 people wedding. And I've noticed, being a wedding planner and event planner, I've actually come to realize that the more intimate your wedding or event is, the better. You actually have more control, you have more fun, you let your guard down, you're not trying to impress anyone, because you feel like those people that are there for you. The time you start having 400, 500, 600 people,
let me ask you a question.
You really don't know what people...
So I'm single, I want to get married.
Hey.
No, I'm just saying, I want to get married. I come to you.
You are not available.
Okay,
No,
let's say me and my
sister
woman.
have to look out for her.
Let's say me and my lady will come to you. Hey, we want to get married. We don't know anything about planning. What would you advise? We want to know what kind of budget should we look at? How many people should we expect or invite? What would your opinion? How would you advise somebody that want to get married?
First and foremost, I've known that I always want to meet people face to face. I want to do a sit down. I want to talk to you. It's really hard, even though I have successfully done that in the past, where I would speak to you over the phone and then I would be your wedding planner or event planner. I like to have at least 1 hour consultation meeting, because I need to know you. I cannot just tell you, oh, it would be perfect for you to have a 400 people wedding. I don't know your background, I don't know your story, I don't know your wife-to-be story. So I sit down with you, figure out. By talking, I start to figure out, I hear things from what you're saying. We strike regular conversations. I have some of my pointers on some questions that I will ask you just based on experience and knowing that these are the things that will make a successful wedding or event. Okay. So I just don't say this is what you should do. But the very first thing is, if you're engaged, you should, if not me, if it's Fadekemi, if it's anybody, you should absolutely get a wedding planner.
Yeah, a lot of people feel like they don't need an event planner for whatever reason. It just blows my mind when people feel like that.
Absolutely true, because I'm an MC, and one thing I notice is, if you don't have somebody to oversee, a wedding planner or somebody to even look over,
it becomes overwhelming.
No, everything is just disorganized. Like, you need somebody to manage the day for you. You just do.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, everybody watching us on Facebook Live, watching us on IG, we're still tuned and we're locked in with the lead event planner, the CEO herself, FTK Konnect. If you want to get involved with this conversation, please dial in right now, 202-681-0389. Chief Planner in the building, FTK in the building, DJ Femster.
DJ Femster.
So we're about to take this conversation to another level. We want to get it a little bit more interesting. Madam FTK.
Yes, sir.
We noticed that there's something that you're currently promoting.
You have an event coming up.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
And I know that last year you guys had an event. When I say you guys, you had an event with Tums last year. But this year, it seems like you guys are not working together.
No, we're not.
What is the reason for that?
So last year, well, let's go to the history. I always like history. This is my problem. I can write a book. Okay. I had this plan or idea in the works for so many years. And as confident and as great and as bold as we all are in particular things. There's some things you're just like, I don't know about it. I want to bring in some experts. Yeah, and just be like, you know what? I could use your expertise in this, and I could use my friend's expertise in that. So I've been thinking about it for 5 years. Eventually, 2 years ago, I was in Lagos, and it dawned on me. I felt like I actually had a dream. I know I'm gonna sound like MLK, but I really did. And
she had
it was
a dream.
pretty vivid that I needed to bring in my friend Jenny Bell Stones, BC, and Didi George of Tom
Lux.
Yeah,
Tom's.
It's just Tom's. And I approached them. I met with them. We had lunch, and then I brought them on, and I said I would like you guys to be partners. It was never a thing where we sat down and said we are going to be doing it forever. You know, of course, when you start something, you hope that it will continue on and you would have them on board
but it was
for
successful,
a while.
right?
It was a major success.
And you didn't want to just keep doing it together?
You know, we could have continued doing it. Everybody has. If you notice, she's now gone into event planning, one of them, and then the other person wanted to focus more on nursing. No. So it's just one of those things where everybody grows, and that's one of the reasons I told him we're a team member right now at FTK Konnect of 6 people. But, you know, over the years, I've had different people come and go, and I know that my team is also going to grow beyond 6 people. Absolutely. So we all grow, we all do different things, and so, yeah, everybody's doing their own thing this year.
Okay.
So your next event coming up around Valentine next month?
Yes.
Yep.
What date?
February 12th.
What's the name of the event?
It's called Roaring Pearls.
How did you come up
Ties.
with the theme or the name for that event?
You know, I was researching things that were interesting, and I love to dress up. I don't know who doesn't. So I was like, you know, last year was so on point. It was a major success. Imagine having a dream and wishing that it was a diverse event, but it actually blew my mind. I had to pinch myself over and over, like, did I really just create and produce an amazing event like this? So I thought only to maybe not even top it, but even come close, or maybe top it.
What should we be expecting February 12th?
You should be expecting class, total luxury, fun, activity driven, great food, and a total beautiful ambience.
Can you tell us, you know, one of the things you have lined up?
One of the things which was also a major success was the cocktail hour. I mean, people were mingling. One thing that I focused on anytime that I'm doing events or I'm producing or creating something is to create something that I myself would be proud or would want to be a part of it if I wasn't the event planner. So we have targeted just forward-thinking Africans as well as successful, you know, American or the world. So the people that we have there are either business owners, the guests are business owners, they're also people who work for Fortune 500 companies. So you're meeting a caliber of 100 and some you know, people who are very career driven or business driven. So you can expect to mingle. And
we're talking about this event. Where's our ticket?
Tickets.
I hope she didn't come empty-handed.
You couldn't have come in here empty-handed. I know you didn't come in here empty-handed.
See the package.
Packaging.
That's not from Russia. They sent this one.
Oh my goodness.
Now you have to invite us now. You don't want us to come.
Completely, everybody is invited.
Wow,
this
look at that. This is
VIP invitation.
Is it my own?
You can keep it.
Thank you. So I just show them this at the door and I can come in.
Maybe not quite.
I want the one that will let me enter. I don't want. I'm showing them, but I need the one. This one will not get you inside, so don't get too excited about it.
You have to actually go to the Eventbrite
And where's the one that can get me inside?
RSVP or pay to come in. Again, Fadekemi, don't forget, this is for forward-thinking Africans.
I need my own ticket. Where's my own ticket?
So let me ask you this. February 12th, what is the dress code like? Is there any theme?
Look at it.
It's the 1920s. We're bringing vintage and we're making it super cool again.
Okay.
It's going to be fun. We
So
don't
like
want
an old school type
like
of
the
vintage?
old school, but with a new school twist. You know, you want to come in.
Sounds
yes.
like you have your own outfit on.
That's the official DJ.
I
What?
understand.
Femstar's coming in there with his
Femstar is just
Versace
collecting all
and
things
Jerry
from
curls.
head to toe, right?
Yes.
It's on.
Yeah, so it's completely black tie. It would be very inappropriate if you're a Nigerian and you're wearing an African attire. Well, you know what? If you dress it up so
I know, I
well
think it's the way
in the
you-
1920s, no one's gonna, you just want to
Fall
look
for it.
good.
Yeah.
There's gonna be, who knows, red,
So you
maybe
said
gold
where
carpet.
can they get the tickets from?
It's going to be, it is Roaring Pearls and Ties.eventbrite.com.
Okay.
So ladies
It's all
and
over
gentlemen,
Facebook,
can they
Instagram.
check it out? Okay, you can check this out also at www.ftkconnect.com.
Absolutely.
Hosted by the one and only FTK Konnect event, Rowing Pearls and Ties. This is February 12th from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Hotel Monaco, right?
Yes.
I'm going to see you there. You going to be there?
Of course
Yeah, I
I'll
don't
be there.
collect my-
I have to support
I don't
her.
collect my own.
No, that's my own. What kind of 419 is this? So you saw when she gave it to me. Thank you. But then she said it won't get us inside, so you can keep it.
Oh my God. Yeah, don't worry. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great time being in the studio with the one and only FTK Konnect. We're still here if you want to join the conversation. 202-681-0389. Call in right now if you have any questions for her. I'm sure a lot of people that may be interested in the event planning field, you may have one or two questions. I want to personally ask you, if somebody want to go into event planning, and this question goes to both of you because this is the same industry you are in. What if somebody want to go into event planning and they don't even know where to start? They don't know who to go to, where to get an advice. Of course, you can always go on the internet nowadays to get educated on whatever you want. But what advice would you give any up-and-coming event planner? As somebody that's already experienced.
So my thing is always have, in any field, in anything you want to do, it, even if it's event planning or whatever it is, have someone that you actually look up to. You have to have
A mentor.
you can't just come from anywhere and say, oh yeah, I'm my own person and I'm doing my own thing. It would be pretty weird. You have to have someone that you've seen, or even after you found what your passion is and the reason why you're alive and blah, 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 you still have to find someone who has come before you, who has done a great job. So I would say align yourself with a mentor. Speak to them. It's also good to have people who are just your inspirations, that you look at their job and what they're doing and how great they're doing it.
Right.
So they may not be an actual direct mentor. Like I have mentees, well, I like to say worldwide, but specifically in Nigeria and South Africa that I've actually met and I've given tips here and there, and some of them have actually worked with me in FTK Konnect. But I would say definitely align yourself with a mentor. Get someone that you could speak to, and then start to look up. I mean, Google is your best friend.
So they can
Yes,
come
sir.
to you and say they want to do IT. They want to walk after you. They can be your PA. And then maybe they'll
And
pick
I'm
up one or two
seriously
things.
looking for a PA right now. I cannot even lie.
I'm sure there's some people
I'm
watching
sure a
this
lot of
online
people
right
will
now.
want to apply for that position.
Definitely.
I
If
mean,
you need to reach her, please go and Google her. www.ftkconnect.com.
and they can slide in your DM too. I mean, no, not in that manner. Not in that manner. I don't want your
Please
husband to come
slide
and
in
look for me.
through.
Yes.
I encourage the
That
sliding in the
manner.
DMs. Absolutely.
Well, this one, a lot. We just got some questions from people online right now. They said they want us to talk a little bit more about this event.
Yes.
Because some people, they might be seeing some posting, they may be seeing the promotion online, but they want you to talk a little bit more about it. The name of the event, once again, is called
Roaring Pearls and Ties, and it's a vintage twist or a vintage themed event.
going down to February 12th. And this is it really because of Valentine weekend or?
So this is really because the idea and my thought process behind it was to celebrate love in a non-judgmental religious way, because I believe the people in the DMV, this was actually how the need for this event came about.
Okay.
The people in the DMV are used to church events for Valentine's, and we really don't do anything. It's either you're rocking and having this major club party, or you're in a church doing a Valentine's event. And I feel like people have not been able to really experience luxury, luxury in a romantic setting that has nothing to do with any religion. I'm not saying that you should
single
not.
people come?
Oh my goodness, it is open to singles.
No, I'm asking for
Single
myself.
questions that you're asking.
No, because when people hear love, they think I must go with my partner.
No,
They can come and look for partner there.
They can come and look for
Exactly.
partner there, and it is open to singles, dating, engaged, married, whatever you want to, any category you are. Yes,
So
everyone.
single people, they can come and hunt.
Single people can come and hunt.
Uh-huh.
Engaged people can come and enjoy.
You're looking for my trouble. You said
If
single
I
people
come,
can
I'll
come
be
and
there
hunt.
with my own handbag. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But I'm just
Exactly.
because I have a lot of single friends that may want to come out there.
And I have a lot of
search.
single ladies who are coming, who's asked
See,
if
now we are talking.
Yes.
Okay, be
yes.
saying it. Don't just be
Beautiful
going
single
like
ladies
that.
too, if I may add.
So let me ask you this. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Is there any event you won't touch? And what I'm driving at is, if you had a same-sex couple approach you to do an event,
Which I've had.
Oh, you have?
I have.
Really? You didn't have any problem doing it?
I did not do the event.
Oh, okay.
I've been approached.
Okay.
And this is
Go ahead.
without judging, just going by my principles, because I honestly do not judge. I don't think just because our sins are not exposed, therefore I have to judge some other people who are sinning, publicly. Just based on my principle and my Christian beliefs, and as also a leader in my church, I didn't think it was appropriate. However, by God's grace, I also had an event on the day that they wanted to get married, because it was a situation where I really couldn't say no outright, like, oh, based on this, because it would look like I'm judging you.
Wait.
You have to exhibit
Let's
wisdom.
be, because you guys are losing me right now. Would you do a gay marriage?
And she says she can't do it.
I can't.
That's the word I want to hear.
Oh, no,
Make
no,
una
Nisha.
dey go around.
I
Let's
wasn't
talk
going
It
about
has to
around
be
this.
politically correct
Yes,
now.
because they're also
Human
on my
beings too,
Facebook,
yeah.
and they're human beings,
It's
and
just the
we have
question.
to just use wisdom,
Yeah.
because
What's the problem?
I'm not judging. That one, I want it to be out there. I'm not judging.
So how do you manage being a busy CEO and you're married to, another busy CEO? How do you guys manage that dynamic?
Everything.
Yeah.
God has been faithful. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say that I sat down here and planned our lives and say this is what will be happening, because I travel a lot and my husband travels a lot too.
Right.
But by God's grace, we've been able to
Balance
balance each other's schedule, and it's just worked out.
So when you guys, come together, what do you do together for fun?
for
to
fun,
keep the
same thing everybody does,
which is I don't know what you
movies,
do.
movies, chill, travel. I think our fun thing to do together is travel and also dance.
Okay.
Those are our two favorite things to do.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching us right now, I just want to give a special shout out to the sponsor for this edition, Global Insight. Elisha Yoni Jonah.
Yes,
Thank you for
sir.
sponsoring
Thank
this
you for keeping
episode.
us on the air.
All right, this is what we always do. We're getting ready to wrap up, but before we do that,
Hold on. One last question.
One last question. Okay. And
So, what do you think about this whole Trump thing? What's your plan for
Oh
tomorrow?
my goodness. My plan for tomorrow is just to go according to God's will.
You're going to go to DC?
No, I'm not. No.
Eh?
No, I'm not going to
You're
DC.
not going?
I'm not going to DC. I believe we're currently experiencing a great and interesting time in the United States history. I think that there is a lesson or many lessons to be learned, and I know that while I'm not saying that God put him there, I'm also saying that nothing can happen outside of God. So whatever lessons we need to learn, God is going to
help us
deal
with,
because the children of God are still the children of God.
Yes,
we will not be
so-
touched. Nothing would happen to
Amen.
us.
That's true.
We will still be here and we will survive Trump.
Amen.
So, just like everybody else, we all gonna
I know
miss.
she come pastor on us real quick like that.
We all gonna miss the Obama regime. We're gonna
We
miss
are
Michelle.
definitely gonna miss
I mean, the radios today, they've just been playing and saying all
Back to
sorts
back.
of.
I followed
Gosh,
my first
heart
lady
is
and she
like-
had like the last walkthrough. I was like, oh,
like,
Mo.
we're gonna miss you guys.
I know,
You know.
we are.
Anyways, before we close for the night, there's something we always do at the end of every season, end of every episode. I'm sorry. We call it a quick response.
Oh,
we're going to
Lord.
throw words at you. The first word that comes to your
now.
mind,
You got it.
you say the first word. Like if
Father,
I say,
Lord.
oh, whoa, you can say money. The first word that comes to your
Awesome.
mind.
Awesome.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're with us online right now on Facebook, on IG, this is a FTK Konnect edition. Chief Liner, you got my back?
Yes, I do. Always.
Let's go. So the first word in my mind, life,
Hustle,
event,
passionate,
planning,
love,
wedding,
love.
woman.
Love.
Can't say the same word twice.
Oh, I can't say the same words twice. You did not give me that
Okay.
rule.
Woman,
Love.
Empower,
husband,
love, love.
Nigeria. February 12th.
Roaring pearls and ties. I can't say one word. Roaring pearls and ties. That's the only thing I'm currently sleeping, eating, drinking, and doing.
Breathing right now.
Breathing,
Yes.
who's your DJ?
Femstar.
The baddest.
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 Oh shit.
One last question for you. I want you to name the top 5 event planning companies in DMV that you have a good relationship bond with.
Oh wow, that is interesting.
Yeah.
Fab Events.
Yes.
The number 1.
Uh-huh.
Dio Owners.
Uh-huh.
That's an amazing human being.
It can be vendors too.
Yes, and I believe in working together. I believe in
Absolutely.
women empowerment.
Absolutely.
Ray Affairs.
Uh-huh.
Oh God, who else?
You
Be a
didn't put
vendors.
Bang behind my
Yeah.
name. When she mentioned my
are you
name now,
saying
you didn't put
vendors?
it there. Be doing no
Femstar.
jury there.
MC Wallywa.
Let's go.
ABL Live.
Yes,
Hey, Afrobeat.
So, can you tell the people out there the date of your event and how they can get your ticket?
So, the date of the event is February 12, 2017, Sunday at Hotel Monaco in DC. It's going to be a fab time. You can get the tickets on Eventbrite. Just look for Roaring Pearls and Ties. It's also on Facebook as an event. It's literally everywhere. If you Google Roaring Pearls and Ties, you're going to see all the amazing media partners that's joined us. Bella Naija always supporting, and of course ABL.
Yes, sir.
Yes, big shout out to them. And all over our social media, you're going to find it at FTK Konnect and Web by FTK. So Eventbrite, it would be Roaring Pearls and Ties .eventbrite.com/. And yeah, so we're inviting everyone, singles, dating, engaged, married couples. It's really open to everyone. And like I said, it's a great networking event with just amazing individuals that you don't want to miss. So you want to be a part of it.
And let the people know how they can get a hold of you if they want to get in touch with you.
So I'm very accessible. I feel like my whole life is on my social media right now. So FTK Konnect at FTK Konnect. That's FTKKONNECT. You can also email me at info@ftkconnect.com. Find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube. Yeah, social media slave, pretty much. You can find me on any social media
Junkie, right?
platform, as well as LinkedIn. So we're all over everywhere. And Roaring Pearls and Ties has actually been making a huge wave, not only in the DMV, but on a global level. So you want to be a part of it.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, ladies
Thank
and
you.
gentlemen. A round of applause for FTK Konnect.
Thank you so much, guys.
It's been a wonderful time in the studio with you.
Thank you.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank
if you're watching
you.
us online, stay tuned.
Afrobeat Live, Afrobeat Live, Afrobeat Live. Aye.